Wah, wah, love to drop nation, peace and power. Y'all want to know how to build plant the cassava and the yams all up on you? Fall back, vibrate, you already know. It's love to you. This is always what we do. We always come together. This is our powwow. Love to all the researchers. Love to the tribe. Relax, man, relax. Too many mind. Too many mind. Yeah, man, you know. Again, you gotta let them teach you some stuff sometimes, man. We trying to get back to that indigenous truth, man. So I want to know how to plant a cassava and some yams. Fall back, relax. Activate. Let's do this like bam bam. Come on, bruhs. Come on, bruhs. Put it together, tribe. When you are united, you can build. Can you imagine your day? I mean, this is your job, you know. Living on your own land. Not chasing your own tail around all day in your vehicle, in traffic. Can you imagine just planting, just building? Just remembering? Wow. It's amazing because this is the time that you're like, let it rain, Most High, let it rain on the crop. Water the harvest. And now, I mean, that's amazing, man. Imagine how many of those you can have, man. You don't need a whole lot of space to be productive with life. Wow. The life giver, the life bearer. Wow, wow. Yeah, we got some great drop today, man. You know, we're surfing the wave, man. I'm getting cozy, you know, man. Got my office back, people. I got my office back. Those that know, man, know how big that is, man. Woo! All right. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, I've been working behind the scenes, getting the live radio, cranking up, man, getting it ready, because, you know, I really want to launch this month. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I can't be more excited, man. I'm just getting everything going. Love to all the family that's still rocking the drop. We're almost sold out, you know what I mean, of this particular, you know, slogan here, man. If you can't tell us who we are, how can you tell us who we're not? We're going to get some new shipments coming in, man. So keep supporting. And the no hijacks allowed. I'm about to do a drop, you know, showing y'all how I'm making them, man. I'm just learning. I'm going to start giving them away, you know what I'm saying? Just do the giveaways for the live radio when we launch. So stay tuned. We'll get you a free no hijacks allowed drop. I just want to see how you rock it, man. Make sure it's cozy and, you know, anything I need to adjust, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just doing new things, man. You know, I'm just milking and boxing. But we're going to keep getting these slogans out, man. We got so many. We got choose up, stay up, suit up, you know what I mean? So all that stuff is coming next. And it's just a frequency reminder for all those that, you know what I'm saying, you know, come into contact. They're like, what do you mean? They can't tell us who we are. How can they tell us who we're not? You're like, well, they can't tell us who we are. They're still inquiring about the so-called Negro. So how can they tell the so-called Negro who they are? They don't know. That is key. But when you know, that is your key. So yeah, man, great drop from the family. Thank you to all the great family, man. I've been getting amazing links dropped on me, man. So I just do my best to keep up with them. We're gonna get into all, man. We're gonna surf the wave, man. I put up a new compare 432 hertz versus 440 hertz. This is that Stargate featuring Sia in Pink. All right, it's alright. It's a cool song, but I like to choose the ones that got a melody that you can actually hear. You know what I mean? So, even though this is fair use all up in your caboose, matter of fact, fair use. This is all research. This is all scholarship. Even the music, the 432, is research because we are getting familiar with this vibration. We are comparing it. You know what I'm saying? But go to the site, man. Y'all hear it in both 440 and 432, so you can, you know, if you're new to this, you want to see how it sounds, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, some drive vids. I like the independent artists, you know what I'm saying? Love to the independent artists, man. Love to Tony Max, man. Love to Ron G, Inglewood affiliate out here, man. Love you, man. And yeah, man, we'll be back on, man. I know we had a long hiatus, but that's how it is sometimes, coming back the right way. So I love all the artists, man, and we will be featuring your music in 432 and providing that beautiful flow, man, coming through our musicians and all the homies, man. So yeah. Okay, yeah, let us find the truth is dropping it, man. We already know. Get into the root of it all. Got some drop. Man, who got the drop? Get into the root. They were white, they were slaves, man. Getting into the real. So y'all check that out. Man, I'm gonna get cozy in here, man. I'm gonna get real cozy. Yo, love to the family, Jeff Morgan, man, the family out in the UK. Bro Jay from the UK. We got some drop from my brother before. And again, brother, I hope you don't mind me sharing this with the people. I mean, I can't not share it because it's so uplifting, you know what I mean? So if you got a deal, any deal at all with it, man, let me know and I won't, man. But I'm dropping what I can, man. I want to definitely tell the people, show the people how real this is and how real the vibration is. And it's pure water flowing out the UK, and I gotta share it with Drop Nation, if you don't mind, my brother Jay. And keep dropping it on me, everybody, man. Music at 432thedrop.com. Drop Nation at 432thedrop.com. Alright. He said, hey, King, I hope all is good. I have some great information. Now, you know, this is the saga of Brother Jay from the UK. So if y'all ain't been surfing the wave, the Brother Jay is out there. He was going to take a trip out to Pickland out there. Of course, we got Pickland out there and Pickland out here on some maps, right? California, Four Corners, all that connecting. So, but yeah, he's taking a trip out there, man. You know, he's going to give us some drop on it. So that is to come. But this is the update of it. All right, my brother Jay said, hey, King, hope all is well. I have some great information after my trip to Pickland. All right, man, y'all go get that pick drop so y'all know what we're talking about. Your family crest, all that stuff, the Roosters, the Rosses, all right? So he has some great information. The brother went to Pickland. He's out in the UK. He said, I was able to confirm a few things that I have been reading about our ancestors. I couldn't rock the drop for you. And the brother had just ordered a shirt. So, yeah, I take it you got it, my brother. I love you, man. And this is just, you know, incredible that you got to take this trip, bro. So, yeah, you know, so he was going to rock the shirt. But he said as it was freezing cold up there. So, yeah, man, bundle up, my brother. But I will be going back in the summer to check out some things I missed. Check this, all right? Was heading to see one of the Pictish stones, and it was in a place called Nig. Whoa. Nig, N-I-G-G. All right, we already know. I'm not going to, you know, start pulling up links, but you know what these pics are, the painted warriors, and these pics and these melanated people in the Scottish Highlands and throughout, you know, England, all that kind of stuff. So it all connects to much, much more. The brother's digging up out that way, which is connecting to you out here, so-called Negro. Now, Nig. So there's a place called Nig, all right, that you need to know. It's happening out there. He said, check this out. Was headed to see one of the Pictish stones, and it was in a place called Nig. He said, WTF? I was like, for real? Only to find out they have named it the Nig Stone. Whoa. The Nig Stone, people. All right, man. So the Nig Stone. I get too excited. I'm sorry. Hijack alert, the brother says. All right. Anyway, man, I'm excited. Me too, brother. I have some links that tie into your recent drops about the forbidden history of America and the Picts. Surfing the wave. You need to check out this book, The Cruthin, A History of Ulster, Land and People by Ian Adamson. If you can't find the PDF, I can scan some pages. Yeah, brother, I've been looking for that. Sticky fingers, you already know. Man, The Cruthin, A History of the Ulster, Land and People by Ian Adamson. I went ahead and found a site to order that book from for like $10 from the UK. So it's like shipping, you know, like $20 coming out here. So that's on the way. If you need the link to that, let me know. If you can't find the PDF, I can scan some pages. All the info and links relate to this book. So this is major. And who are the Cruthin? They are the ancestors of the Picts and how they refer to themselves, ancient kindred, and they are indigenous, so-called, quote-unquote, blacks. All right, Negro, this is you. Kings. And it don't stop there, King. All I will say is I think you might need to make a new series called The Found Tribes of the United Kingdom. Wow. I mean, if y'all don't think this is real, everyone who's showing their love, everyone who's showing their support, however you're supporting, surfing the wave, your comments, all that, everything you're doing to contribute to this energy, to this moving water. Remember, the drop is moving water. Every drop is moving water. And you are becoming yourself. And every part of the energy that you put into us bounces not only back to you, but to all the family everywhere, man. We are united. We are already united. So if you don't know, if you don't believe this wave is this real, we got family out in the UK taking the drop that we're all bringing out together and putting it to action. Actually out there in Pigland, looking up the Nig Stone, dropping on the Cruthin. You said these are the ancient kindred and they were indigenous blacks, and it don't stop there, King. All I would say is that you might need to make a new series called The Found Tribes of the United Kingdom. There is so much drop we need to overstand and dodge the hijacks. So hold tight, bro. I'm just putting things together. I've got links and maps on different devices, and I want to lay it all out so we can be clear of who, where, and when we are talking about, because I know all the tribes and place names can get confusing, but I have a lot figured out and referenced, along with maps of then and now. Give me a few weeks. Let me know how you get on finding it. Man, brother, take as long as you need. We are excited for this journey with you, so take as long as you need, brother, and thank you. He said, let me know how you get on finding the book. Cities of Gold. Oh, shit. Used to watch that cartoon on TV after school as a kid. A lot of people say that, man. So it's starting to play, man. I can't believe the drop. All right, I continue to ride that wave until then, King. Peace, brother Jay, bro Jay, man. Love to brother Jay from the UK. Y'all send that love to brother Jay from the UK. Keeping it so trill, real spillionaire, real spillony all the time. And this is what we do it for. Sometimes we heavy with the info, but we're not in it for the info. We're in it for the vibration, because once we're in the vibration, you don't need the info. You don't need your mind once you are vibrating at that energy. It's not your mind containing a bunch of information. It's about how that information contributes to your vibration. And once you can identify the vibration that you're connected to, which is the all, which is the hawa, heya, heya, then everything should be contributing to that journey. That's all the steps that we're taking together. We're not trying to offend nobody or offend each other. That's all we're doing, man. Love to brother Jay from the UK. And we look forward to the drop, my bro. And love to everyone who's been patient with me as we got set up. Remember, Horace Butler got us kicked off a Dropbox, man. Real talk. So we had to get set up, but this is actually bigger and better. And I love all y'all for coming over here. So yeah, if you ain't got your free link, all you got to do first of all is get on that, get on the website, man. 432 to drop. Where you at? There we go. Get on the website right there, this big red rectangle, man. You click that, it'll take you to this link right here, Drop VIP. Ignore this little error message, because this always does that. Put your email, your name, all that. Get in there, man. Then you'll pop up on our side. We will send you your own personal folder from there, your file. Once you sign up to the little free, they have a free account. You sign up to the free account. Then we can share stuff back and forth. You can drop your stuff. We do 5 songs for free for the community, but because we had a little lapse, for the inconvenience, I said, man, the rest of March, whoever wants to get down with this, send 50 songs instead of 5, you get 50. I want to tune, your favorite songs, man. Let us do that for you so that you can get this vibration, because we promote vibration awareness at the end of the day. And if you want to continue with that and get your 50 songs a month, it's only $5. And that's how you do, keep us thriving and surviving, man, and building the framework to come live and do our thing, and keep building the products for you, man, to surf the wave and to connect and to, do all that stuff, get our app going like we want it to be. So all these things are building in real time, man. You see all the family. If you don't see your name on this list, go ahead and shoot me an email, man, music@432todrop.com, and we'll get back to you with your own personal share box, your upload box. You can drop it anytime, and it doesn't have to just be music. If you Got some drop you want to drop? You know, you can always just share that right away. You can always upgrade to their other account. I forgot. It's only, I think, maybe like $10 or something like that, maybe. And that will give you like an upgraded account to where it's linked to your computer, and then your files can, you know, you can use this to store your files like a cloud. It's just a cloud service. So, but you can link it with us if you want to link like heavy files. You know, you got some heavy weight, some heavy work you want to drop. So we're trying to make it convenient. That's why I chose this particular server. So far, so good. I mean, you see the results. All this family has already linked their accounts. So, you know, start sending your music. If you got your account linked, just drop a couple songs. You know, it doesn't matter how many it is. It could be 5, it could be 10, up to 50. All right. And that's going out for free to all the community. This is what we're doing for you for free. Because we all need it, man. You know what I'm saying? We all need the vibration together. And, you know, so we're going to keep dropping it like that. Of course, we got our drop library on deck. Another service, again, free for the community. So, you know, we ain't asking for nothing, man, but to, you know, keep the ball rolling like this, you know. And, yeah. We added some more PDFs, man. Last couple of days, been working on it for y'all. So let's see what's new in here. And again, every time I say let us find the truth, man. Just sparked such a wonderful idea to have a virtual library full of stuff you can download and view, absolutely free. I keep saying it because we don't have enough free stuff, man. So we're trying to do as much free as we can, man. So a lot of times, you know, people want you to sign up for stuff and pay for this and create this, do all this. Nah, man, you come here, you download whatever you want. You do your thing. You keep building and keep checking out Let Us Find the Truth's library is linked to our homepage at all times. And, you know, love to all the great researchers and scholars that contribute to this library. Thank you. The Wada. All right, so this is where we left off, man. We added 12 more. This is very interesting, man. The image of Jacob engraved upon the throne is a long title. Sometimes the titles are long, you know, but you click on it, you get it. And this is interesting because this is a picture of what they're calling Jacob the Knight in Ezekiel's chariot. Imagine identity in a micrography decoration of the Ashkenazic Bible. What? In the Ashkenazic Bible produced in the 13th century, people, so we're in the 1200s. We find a unique micrography decoration portraying Ezekiel's vision on the bottom margin. The Mazorah micrography shows the full bodies of the 4 creatures, the lion facing the ox and the man in full armor. All right, so full armor and holding an object in each hand facing the eagle. I suggest that the choice to portray the human figure in this micrography as an armored knight can be explained by reference to the tradition describing seeing Jacob's image engraved on the throne in Ezekiel's vision, as also reflected in the writings of Hazadai Ashkenaz. The decoration identifies the human figure as Jacob, which may illustrate the verse Aver Yaakov, meaning mighty one of Jacob or Jacob the Knight. Have you ever even conceived of Jacob, also called Israel, looking like this? I mean, I know it's small, it's as big as I can get it. That's how rare it is, but this is Jacob the Knight. And, you know, it's hidden over here in this Ashkenazic Bible thing, all right? So I don't know much about it. Some of the stuff I know very little about, but, you know, I know you know more than me, so I know you're going to get some drop out of it. Jacob the Knight, man. I mean, can you conceive of that in full armor? How does that change your overstanding of so-called history? 12th century? Jacob the Knight? All right, I'm going to leave it at that before I go crazy, but you get it. Again, man, sign up, man. You know what I'm saying? We got about close to a little over 300 subscribers right now. We're at the site, so we're, you know, we're a quaint operation. We're real cozy, and that's dope because we can actually focus on our people. And again, we're gonna start doing the giveaways and all that to the people that's, you know, rocking and really surfing the wave over there at 432 The Drop over here kicking it with us. Again, we're gonna make this more and more interactive. Pretty soon the radio will be coming right out of here, and our drop will be coming right out of here. You know what I'm saying? So all praise the Most High. You know, I used to try to set, you know, dates to do this and do that, but you know, we're just gonna flow, man. And the Most High, you know, has, you know, really kind of revealed that this flow that we're doing right now, we can be patient, we can take our time, we can do it as it comes. We don't got to do, you know, take 12 steps at once. We've done so much already, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're going to keep building, we're going to keep, you know, and I love to hire Mart again, you know what I'm saying, with this brother's help and AD to secure 10 acres, man, for the family. You know, harvest time is coming, man, so we look forward to seeing the new opportunities that's coming in the next month or two. And it's a beautiful thing, man. So all this is happening in real time. So keep loving, keep signing up, keep supporting. And love to all the family on Sugar Sync. If you need the drop to get your folder to Sugar Sync, man. Music at 432thedrop.com. And we'll get back to you. Yeah, man, the image of Jacob engraved upon the throne. Jacob the Knight. Oh, you just thought it was Mighty One of Jacob. Can it also be translated as Jacob the Knight? And who is Prester John? And who are these Templars? Want to get back there, y'all? All right, man. I'm going to leave this link for y'all so you can kind of pull it up. Remember, it's fair use in your caboose bone at all times. That's how we rock. Love to bro Jay from the UK. That's how we rock. Get in that library. Oh, yeah. So we also got The Face of Jacob on the Throne of God by Rachel Neese, which kind of coincides with this drop here. So, you know, I put them together. Now, this is when it gets, you know, real deep, man. You got to put on your rain boots. You know, make sure your frequency is good. Dodge all hijacks, because when you get into this stuff here, this Zohar and, you know what I'm saying, this Kabbalic, you know, situation, you know, you definitely got to dodge the hijack. But you're prepared, trust me. You have order over all their magic. So, you know, you can do it. Abraham Abulafia, a start kit. Trust me, dig on it. That's why it's up here. Hakwadamat Sefer HaZohar. Alright, so this is the introduction to Zohar. The Zohar Trok Leid Israel, divided into the 54 Perashiot. So all I can say is dig on it, you know, at your own discretion and pleasure. The Empires of Scythia, history of Russia and the Tartary, the Archer and the Steep. You can view that. Any of the ones that say view PDF, if you can find one that I can actually download, then I'll put it in here, then you can download it. So y'all help me out, man. The Russian Empire, Historical and Descriptive by John Jadi. All right, you get it. Amazing drop. Again, correlates with this Scythia drop and connects to the, you know, the Cariots and all the, you know, Mazaka, all the drop that we've been connecting out of Russia, 1540, 1542, you know, the Coronado expedition. I haven't really dug too much on the Coronado drop, but then I saw how he connected with the cities of gold in Shambhala, all right, Mexico to Grand Canyon of the Colorado. Just dig on it, download it. All this stuff, when you can download it quickly, y'all, because sometimes these things disappear. A Catholic history of Alabama and the Floridas. What? Dig on it. Heroes and Heroine, a fiction by William S. Walsh. This connects a lot of so-called mythological characters to reality. The true authorship of the New Testament, Arius Piso. Love to the family, John. You already know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So, much love to all the family, because building with you, you know what I mean, it's got me digging up a lot of these jewels, man, because you guys are dropping it on me. And now it's here for everyone, you know, to surf, including my brother Jay out in the UK. The true authorship of the New Testament. All right, so this Piso drop, we'll break it down. The earth and its inhabitants, South and East Africa. Get some drop out of that. All right, that's why it's up there. Trust me, it connects. So That's 12 new PDFs that just got on there in the last couple of days, plus the other 10 or so that got on there the day before. So we had about 20 new, over 20 new drops in the last 3 days, man, just because of y'all. So love to Uno, because, sticky fingers. All right. Love to all the family at all times, surfing the wave. And we got a lot to get back into with our series. And don't trip. Let's take our time. Let's take our time and let it settle in. And, I drop only what I have to drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always have a plan, but whatever I drop next is what I have to drop next. Is what I can't sleep because I got to get this out. So I've been flowing like that from day one. So sometimes it might seem here and there, but you see how it's connecting now, and all praise the Creator. Wow. All right, man. So let's get into it, man. I'm gonna turn our attention. I want to go. I mean, you can't talk indigenous flow without talking my brother Higher Mark. Love to the fam bam. Let's get this for a few minutes. We're going to keep surfing the wave. That was just the intro. Keep supporting. Love to J Stu and the crew. You already know. Love to all the family. Let go. Oh, yeah. I see that fire.
Basically the Spanish bishop of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese. Okay, so we want to get into that. That was in the 1500s, 1524, alleged to death 1579. So we want to get into that and get an understanding of who these Maya priests, who were they? Get an understanding of the connection. Straight back, all the way back, 720 degrees to Mankind, to North America. Alright, to the Yucatan. Okay, they call it Mexico. But we understand that all these lands were from these North Americans, these Indians, Somalia. So yeah, we're going to, as you can see, tribute thanks to the fam. As you can see, we got the fire. One little mixture of water. Gives that perfect vibration. Okay. A little bit of the earth too. And you can see the breeze. The fire is blowing. So we got all four elements. And we're going to vibe out to it. So I hope y'all understand the elements, what's going on. It's a beautiful thing. I'm just back to put the news down, man. Get you over here with the real shit, that's the news. Electricity got me vibrating. I'm really feeling tranquility right now. But yeah, we're gonna get into a whole bunch of stuff, man. But right now I wanna vibe out to Dr. Delbert Blair. Dr. Delbert Blair, before we get into the knowledge, like I say with all any other historians, research. We here for the food, so we get a lot of food out of what these historians have contributed to us, and so we get food from it. yeah, you can't take everything from what everybody said, because it depends on what vibration they're on. But Dr. Delbert Blair, he was an engineer, he was a research scientist, metaphysics teacher, and a historian at the highest level. So, he gave over 50 years to the community. Like I said, we take the food, we do away with the rest. But I just want to hit you with a couple short, brief moments of Dr. Blair while we enjoying this fire, while we enjoying this beautiful breeze and this water, this tranquility. Okay, we are the earth. We are a combination of all elements. So let's just vibrate out to it real quick. A couple minutes of that, and we're just gonna get into, like I said, we're gonna get into this mind. We're gonna get a bunch of other things. So let's just vibe out on that real quick. Dr. Delbert Blair, Art Story. Let's check him out.
Let's go. Hey.
We're in a time now where our planet's history must be rewrought, rebuilt, revamped, reconstituted. To redo something, it means what? It was done before. You cannot redo something that is initiatory, accepted first cause. When you redo something, it means it's being redone for a reason, either because it was so that you ran out and want to do it again.
I'm gonna do a quick belly flop. I know it's doing some jumping. Let's see if we can get it clear here.
We are one. Miseducation else, and then those that were used to guide and take care of us never told us the truth because they didn't know who they were guiding and miscarrying were their gods. Therefore, you are gods sitting in this chair looking for a God outside. Your God, so to speak, in your body each night looking for a God to come and help you. And so when we study the ancient gods, understand you are the incarnate virtue of those ancient gods, and you look in books and treatises to find yourself and never find it. This is why there's so many arguments and so many religions. Because everyone is looking for their God, and their God is them. You are your God. Now this has nothing to do with the Creator. Notice how I changed this now. I do not use the word God to mean first cause and causation.
Understand that. Overstand that. Understand that someone has stolen all your knowledge. And not even stolen, someone has burned all your knowledge. Someone has destroyed all of your knowledge. They told you that you worship the devil. And every righteous thing that you worship is evil. Now you must worship their God. Their gods. They want to alleviate the Creator and all the essence of what He gives us, because they cannot see through the eyes of the beholder. So they want you to forget your God, forget your Creator, forget your inner, forget your outer vibration. So Dr. Delbert lets you know that when he's telling you that you have an inner self that's connected to your Creator, telling you that. Understand that he overstands and acknowledge the Creator. See, but we let wordplay from our oppressor manipulate our overstanding. Let's just go back a little bit. We're just going to vibrate just a little more, Dr. Delvin Blair. What are you talking about?
Therefore, your God's sitting in his chair is looking for a God outside. Your God going to sleep in your body each night, looking for a God to come and help you. And so when you study the ancient gods, understand you are the incarnate virtue of those ancient gods, and you look in books and treatises to find yourself and never find it. This is why there are so many arguments in so many religions, because everyone is looking for their God, and their God is them. You are your God. Now this has nothing to do with the Creator. Notice how I changed this now. I do not use the word God to mean first cause and causation and primal. I use the word God to be any advanced scientist or any advanced race or any advanced person is showing me things that I can't understand. Therefore, I look at them as a God. And in many cases, so-called aboriginals, and never use that word again because it means to abhor the original. So-called indigenous, which means indicating that you are now inbred. So it's okay to use it off and on, but understand the word you're using. But indigenous to this planet.
See what I'm saying? Aboriginal is to abhor the original. Indigenous is to inbred, be taught. So understand these words. Overstand these words. And though we may have an understanding of how we may relate in them to each other, at the end of the day, they're just words carried by emotions, carried by vibrations to most of us. And the moral is that it's all about the action. It's not about, you understand? It's not about the word. It's about the action behind the word. The word free has many different definitions, terminologies. What does free mean to you? What does free mean to someone else? Free might mean still to someone else to get over what one has not worked for. You understand? To where free to some people may mean free to do or to work free to do indigenously right. You understand? Free to do, an inherit birthright. Free. You understand? So, excuse me, my fumbling of words, but vibrate with me.
We vibrating, King. We vibrating. Wow. I was just going to get a few minutes, but man, we had to fully get that love to the Dr. Blair. Y'all get the rest of that drop from Art, man. We keeping the surfing away. But wow. That's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, I'm sitting back with my eyes closed, man. Just fully digging on it, man. Man, y'all get this drop. This another view. You know what I'm saying? This tribe breaking down. You know what I mean? A little bit. I want to get right into this, man. Drawing water out of air. Love to the family, Paco. Dropping that drop. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. Surfing the wave. Love to y'all.
I'm extremely happy because I'm finally in India. It's been always my dream to come in your country. It's been a source of inspiration. And another dream I always had is to become a designer, but designer of spaceship. So this dream has been growing, and today, after 40 years, I can show you a moon base. So designing in this environment, extreme environment, is not easy because it's far away from home, because many things are missing. For example, here you see on the moon, there is nothing. So when you bring and you build a structure there, you have to bring everything from Earth. So you have to think smart, to think lightweight, and once you arrive on the planet, then you have to inflate your structure, and then at the same time you have to protect it. So here we are using the local sand, which is called regolith, in order to protect the moon base with a thick layer of this. Inside this laboratory, there are people like us living, and as a designer, we have to support them live. And we have no water, we have no air, so we have to think smart solution, how to recycle the water, how to clean the water, how to use the water in a very sustainable way. And this is what I learned in this field, in the space field, let's say, and what I bring with me always, wherever I go, also here in India. And this is the story I want to tell you today. And now we go back to our planet Earth, because we also do design for our planet. In our planet, we are very lucky because we have air, in fact, we have food, energy, and water. So it's up to us to use these resources in the best way and to share it between us. But actually, this is not always happening like this, and this is the story I'm telling you today. It's the Warka water, where every drop counts. And this is the story that goes back into 2012, when I went to this wonderful country, Ethiopia. So I discovered this beauty. It was like traveling back in time to another age. You see how they live integrated with nature. At the same time, also, I discovered there is a need. And seeing with my eyes children and women collecting water from unsafe sources they share with animals, and also transporting this heavy tank through, for many kilometers every day without shoes. So I've been thinking what we can do with all the technology we have and the know-how to help this situation. And following statistics, 60% of the inhabitants of Ethiopia is in this situation, is in lack of safe water. And 15 liters will be enough, for a human to survive. And they don't have even that. And there are places in our planet where today, in average, one person consumes 500 liters of water. And this record has been reached not far from here, in the Emirates, where 100 years ago it was a desert, there was no water, and people, they were nomads because they couldn't meet, because no resources to share. In fact, this is the things that move me to find a solution to try to help. And inspiration comes from many different sources, from nature, from biomimicry, but also from local tradition and ancient tradition, as well as from the Warka tree. The Warka tree is a huge tree, as you can see. It's a symbol in Ethiopia. It's a symbol for the community. It's where they gather together. It's where they do educational training, meeting, and so on. But the tree is also providing oxygen. It's also providing food, because it's a ficus tree. And they keep it because they need it. And the tree is very intelligent to use the people to be, to be safe from the deforestation, which is happening very fast. Moreover, looking to nature, we have other sources of inspiration. The spider web is very efficient in water collection, or this little insect that is living in the most arid place in our planet, in the Namib Desert, it knows how to collect water from the air in the night. It survived there for centuries. Nature also is showing us how to optimize the collection of water. The lotus tree, lotus leaf, and many other leaves and plants, they know how to do it. And this is called, technically, super hydrophobic surface that repel the water, so you can collect it. Cactus, there are several species, from the small one to the big one. This one, for instance, is capable to collect and to retain, to store 750 liters of water, wow. So an enormous amount of water. And if you cut a cactus in section, you see this star shape is because the water tank can, increase or decrease depending on the water inside. And all these filaments around are designed to protect and to reduce the evaporation of the water from the sun heat. But also, looking in detail, also the spine of the cactus are very efficient in water collection. And this is what we discovered recently. We believe before it was just a device to protect the plant. In fact, not. It's much more. But also ourselves, a long time ago, we have developed technology like this. This is called the dew point. The dew point was discovered recently, but it's more than 2,000 years old. And with this, only they did is excavating the ground, creating a layer for insulating it, and during the night, this insulated layer radiates the energy and the heat to the sky and produce water by condensation. And after so long, some of them, they are still working, they serve, and also they're beautifully integrated with the landscape. Another example can be, in my country, in Italy, we have these stone buildings, and we didn't know very well for what they were built for. Today, we are understanding some of them, they are actually designed to collect water, like water wells. In fact,
So here how he said in my country, Russia, or would he say Italy?
They're actually designed to collect.
All right, so these are in Italy. All right, so he didn't know what they're for. Most people didn't, but these are old, ancient joints. So who did it? You know what I'm saying? Who had the drop? He clearly doesn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? So you've been innovating different ways of manufacturing water out of the air. Dew ponds. I mean, that's in Ethiopia. You got what's going on here in Europe way back then. Let go.
Water, like water wells. In fact, the winds passing through the stones enter in this environment, in this room, which is cooler, and in contact with the cooler stones, it delivers by condensation water that is collected inside. So all this, in my mind, start to create what is today the Waka water. And the objective with it was to do something easy to be used, that it doesn't create any damage to the landscape, and also that can be made locally, can create every day 100 liters of water, potable water, and cost less than $1,000. So this was the objective, and now let's see the development of the project. So since 3 years we are working on the Waka water, and this is the different version up to the fifth one we have developed so far. And today I will talk to you about the number 3, which we just finished to install in Ethiopia. Waka water is basically a tower, 10 meters high, that is constructed in modules. So the modules from the ground are mounted one on top of the other. So there is no need of scaffolding, no need of electrical tools. All is made with the collaboration of the people. What it does, it collects water from the rain when it rains, or fog when there is fog in the atmosphere, or high humidity. But without rain and without fog, by condensation, which happens by different in temperature from night to day. But Waka water is not only a device for collecting water, it's actually the ambition is higher. This is one function, but it's also a social place, a place where people underneath can gather. We can create, educational training workshops so children can learn about resources, about many things, and this we can organize with them. But at the same time, it is also providing an economy, because people that will make it, people that will live out of it, rather than transporting water, they can spend time making, assembling, maintaining it. And in future, we are planning for the new version to create also food, an edible garden, which already we started with some of the water produced by the Waka water.
Man, Waka water? Is it play? Yeah, man. I mean, technology's a mug. And how can we, use some of these simple concepts in our, specific situations, all right? So, love to my man Paco, man. I just got to keep it rolling. Man, because we are surfing the wave. We got some drop about this paper genocide, man. Love to the family, Tony Armstrong. I think I'm saying that right. I'm trying to get all these names right, man. You already know. Love to the family, Tony, man, dropping this. And, yeah, man, we're going to surf the wave, man, because I want to get to these plants that are singing in the most beautiful, harmonic I mean, yeah. Y'all heard plants speak Japanese last time. Now you about to hear plants playing a beautiful tune. But let's go. Paper genocide. Let's get a few minutes of this. Surf the wave. Man, that's how we surf the wave sometimes, man. We ain't got to get too head heavy. Just fall back, man. Vibrate. Knowing our rights as Native American, Indigenous, Indian law, the backbone of the American Constitution. What's this drop? Let's go.
Hello, my relatives. What I have to say about myself is that I've been to prison, I've been a thief, I've been a doper, a dope dealer, and I've also gone to college. I'm an accountant and a computer programmer, as well as getting my doctorate in philosophy. I've been everywhere in the strata of white society. I've even hung around with multimillionaires when there were no billionaires. I am an Indian, American Indian. I prefer American Indian too. Anyone born in the Western Hemisphere is a Native American.
See, that's where we differ. I'm gonna let this play. Because the bro sent me this link, I put it on. I'm not going to jam it up. But we know, man. We know. But let's surf the wave based on what we know. Now, anyone born in the Western Hemisphere, born? See, that's the definition in the 1828 Webster Dictionary. First, it says the copper color race is found here by the European. Then it says now applied to the European born in America, or whoever's being born here. So if they're coming later, if this is not the copper color race found here by the European, then this is a, breed that was born or bred out of different mixtures, here or brought here or different other things in between. But this is not what they found here, copper color race. But now he says what? Oh, anybody born in the Western Hemisphere is a native? Nah, man. Come on.
I've been everywhere in the strata of white society. I've even hung around with multimillionaires when there were no billionaires. I am an Indian, American Indian. I prefer American Indian too. Anyone born in the Western Hemisphere is a Native American.
That's the hijack.
I'm an Oglala Lakota from the Pine
mind.
Ridge Sioux Indian Reservation, which is still designated in the Defense Department as prisoner of war camp number 44.
Hold up.
You see, Indian people, we don't have any rights, any constitutional protections.
So they're prisoners of war camps, and you're just in ghettos. Yet you are the indigenous, or like my brother said, autochthon. All right, and I mean, look, this is gotta get like this first time, because I could be talking and then you could be reading, and then that's gonna make this wave a lot easier to surf, man. No matter how many times you read it, you got to get it through your skull, through your sinew, through your ruach. All right, American. This is their definition, people. So while you see the image, I know a picture's worth 1,000 words, but these few words gotta be worth something to you, so-called Negro. I know you don't get a lot of your pictures. I know. But yo, you've been brainwashed, man. We all been duped. We've been run amongst. We've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. All right, look. American Dictionary of the English Language, Webster Dictionary, 1828. This is their definition, not what this dude is saying. Look at the OG definition now. A proper noun, right? A native of America, originally applied to the aboriginals, which are really the originals, right? Or copper-colored races. No, don't make me get my teach on. Copper-colored races. All right? Period. You know what an old 1800 penny looked like? Copper. So when they give you a different image than what George Catlin is saying, all primitive tribes are dark copper color with curls to the extreme, rough, coarse locks, slabs going down to the hands, locks. He's describing dreadlocks and copper colored people. So how do you go from dreadlocks and copper colored people to, Tonto? No disrespect, but anyone claiming what you are by birthright is madness to you. You can't just sit back and not say nothing when someone's rocking your jacket saying they're prisoners of war. Well, maybe by default now, but who were the original prisoners of war? The copper-colored races. Who are they now? The so-called Negro. They call y'all African American now. They say you were born in a whole nother place. They say you're not the copper-colored Negro found here. You're African, which means you got no land right, no birthright. The gold they took ain't yours because you're African American. You are Ame'rican. Copper-colored race found here by the Europeans. Here's where he lines up the definition with what he just said. But now applied to the descendants of Europeans, including himself, born in America. Like he said, anyone could be born in the Western Hemisphere is an American. No sweat. Anybody born here is an American, right? That's his new definition. That's his post 1828. The original is the people that were found here by the Europeans, the copper-colored races. All the tribes were dark, primitive, copper-colored people. But now applied to the descendants of Europeans born here. All right, so that is what he is just kicking. You got to hear it again so you know the hijack when you hear it.
I've been everywhere in the strata of white society. I've even hung around with multimillionaires when there were no billionaires. I am an Indian, American Indian. I prefer American Indian too. Anyone born in the Western Hemisphere is a Native American.
Huh? Born? So you can come from anywhere and be... All right, so y'all get it, man. That was a hijack, man. Matter of fact, y'all get the rest of that, because I want to get into the root of it all. We surfing the wave, man. Sometimes we do it quick, sometimes we do it slow. All right, man. Bosnian pyramid drop. Francisco, let me get some of this, man, because I'll need to get back in this book. I'm trying to keep that series going. Israelite and Indian. James Adair. The book is in the library. Download it. Francisco ain't let it go. Love to the bro. Let's go. Yeah. Hey. Go ahead, man. It's all right.
All right, welcome everybody
to
my educational channel. This is Francisco Perez.
Let's go.
All right, so we're going to get into the book, History of American Indians. All right? So when I left off on page 78, argument 2. All right? So let's get into it.
Let's go.
By a strict, permanent divine precept, the Hebrew nation was ordered to worship at Jerusalem, higher and here known as Jehovah, the true and living God, and who by the Indians is stilled your hair. So it's hair with yo in front of it. Which the 72 interpreters, either from ignorance or superstition, have translated Adonai. And is the very same as the Greek Kurios. So as you can tell, this is their Greek mythos, Hindu mythos, all coming back into fruition, trying to creep in our culture. Okay? Signifying Sir Lord or Master, which is commonly applied
applied to earthly potentes, without the least significant, without the least signification of or relation to that most great and awful name which describes the divine essence, whose naturally and necessarily exists of himself, without beginning or end. The ancient heathens, it is well known, worshipped a plurality of gods which they formed to themselves according to their own liking, as various as the countries they inhabited, and as numerous with some as the days of the year. But these Indians, American Indians, paid a religious devour to Loak Ishtohola Abba, the great beneficent supreme Holy Spirit of fire, who resides above the clouds and on earth, also with unpolluted people. He is with them, with the sole author of warmth, light, and all animals and vegetation life. They do not pay the least perceivable adoration to any images or to the dead persons, neither to celestial luminaries, nor evil spirits, nor any created being whatsoever. They are utter strangers to all the gestures practiced by the pagans in their religious rites. They kiss no idols, nor if they were placed out of their reach, would they kiss their hands in token of reverence and a willing obedience. The ceremonies of the Indians and their religious worship are more after the Mosaic institution than the pagan imitation, which could not be if the majority of the old natives were of a heathenish descent. For all bigots and enthusiasts will fight to death for the very shadow of their superstitious worship. When they have even lost all the substance, they yet remain so many marks as to enable us to trace the Hebrew extraction and rites. Probably conclude that if any heathens accompanied them to the American world, or were settled in it before them, they became proselytes of justice, and their pagan rites and customs were swallowed up in the Jewish. To illustrate the general object, I shall give the Indian opinion of some of the heathen gods. Contrasted with that of the pagan, the American Indian do not believe the sun to be any bigger than it appears to the naked eye.
Wow.
Conversing with Chickasaw Archimagus, or high priest, about the luminary, he told me it might possibly be as broad and as round as his winter house, but he thought it could not well exceed it. We cannot be surprised at the stupidity of the Americans in this respect. When we consider the gross ignorance which now prevails among the general part of the Jews, not only of the whole system of nature, but of the central meaning of their own religious ceremonies, received from the divine majesty, and also when we reflect that the very learned and most polite of the ancient Romans believed that the sun was drawn round the earth in a chariot. Their philosophic system was not very dissimilar to that of the wild Americans. For Cicero tells us Epicurus thought that the sun to be less than it appeared to the eye. Cicero tells us, and Lucretus says, Tantalus eo so, a diminutive thing, and if the Israelites had not at one time thought the sun a portable god, they would not have thought of a chariot for it. This they derived from the neighboring heathen, for we are too old that they had a house of the sun, where they danced in honor of him in circuits and had consecrated spherical figures. And that they likewise built a temple to it, for they purified and sanctified themselves in the gardens behind the house or temple or akkad. We find they had sun images, which the Hebrew people called Chumamamin. Made to represent the sun, or for the honor and worship of it. And the Egyptians met yearly to worship in the temple of Beth Shemesh, a house dedicated to the sun. Most part of the old heathens adored all the celestial orbs, especially the sun. Probably.
And love to teach, breaking down that Shemesh, you know what I'm saying? The Shem, Kem, you know what I'm saying? All that. So you got all that Egypt here, the Kem and then the Shem and the Shemeshes. But you see how they breaking down, and of course, you know, you're getting it from a perspective of an abstraction, you know what I'm saying, in terms of this James Adair, but every time we dig in these authors drop, you know what I'm saying, we know they're coming from an abstract viewpoint, and it's up to us to be concrete, to get the concrete, to get the drop. Man, there's so much dropping this love to this brother right here. He does not ever stop dropping the drop, the drop, the drop. And I really appreciate the time and the energy the brother's putting in. Love to let us find the truth. Breaking down the self-identification. Let's go, man. I want to get to let's get into the root before we make our dismount, man, and just keep surfing the wave. M.W. Smith, another one, man. Doesn't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? Always has very, very clear perspectives, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a conglomeration of energy that he's been putting into the research for a while already. Matter of fact, man, let's see, man. Let me get about a minute of this. I want to get a little bit of this get out review. Maybe do some dismount on that too, man. Let's go. We surfing the wave, man. I don't know what's coming next. Let's go.
Ron, you have a whole website devoted to stopping
N.W. Smith.
www.stopiranwar.com.
Do you see a replay of what happened in the lead up to the war with Iraq? The allegations of the weapons of mass destruction, the media leaping on to the bandwagon?
Well, in a way, but you know, history doesn't repeat itself exactly twice. What I did warn about when I testified in front of Congress in 2002, I said, if you want to worry about a state, it shouldn't be Iraq, it should be Iran. But this government, our administration, wanted to worry about Iraq, not Iran. I knew why, because I'd been through the Pentagon. Right after 9/11, about 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the Joint Staff who used to work for me, and one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you got to come in. You got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, "No." He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we've got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if they're the..."
Don't y'all get it? They invaded you. They're going to keep invading for other resources. It will never stop with these people. This is an energy that can only eat it all up and take it all and do all that. I mean, that's the energy it's coming with. Destroy it all. If they don't have it, they'll destroy it. Throw a tantrum, you know what I mean? That type of thing. And it's been rolled up on you like a tornado. The copper color races found here, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born here. And these same energies are doing what? Invading more. You don't see it because you don't see yourself as the original already here. You think you were brought here on slave ships. You believe your grammar, charm school teacher and your AEIOU spell vibrations. You believe that spinning ball next to the teacher's desk. And you better believe this.
The only tool you have is a hammer. Every problem has to look like a nail. So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years.
Listen up.
Starting with Iraq, and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran." I said, "Is it classified?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, don't show it to me." And I saw him a year or so ago, and I said, "You remember that?" He said, "Sir, I didn't show you that memo. I didn't show it to you."
I'm sorry, what did you say his name was?
I'm not going to give you his name.
So go through the countries again.
Well, starting with Iraq, then Syria and Lebanon, then Libya, then Somalia and Sudan, and then back.
I don't know if you've seen this floating around on Facebook, but someone pointed this out to me a while back, and I asked some of people that I know that live over there. They're always telling me whenever we talk, to come over there and visit, and stuff like that. I met them through the church I used to go through, missionary work. I used to write them letters and stuff like that. But what I thought was interesting is always this part where it has Iraq on there, because in my mind, if they're saying Iraq is a part of, the Holy Land and blah, 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 to them, to the Christians and stuff like that that follow this, then aren't they not admitting that they are Babylonians? But then again, a light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, well, wasn't it? Don't they have what's it called, the Babylonian Talmud and stuff like that? But I thought what was interesting, they also are claiming, Egypt, and on other maps they'll actually claim Ethiopia and say that's all a part of their land in Israel's plans to expand their borders. But I'm going to leave this in the description links if you want to read about it.
Wow.
But I just thought that was interesting when I was watching that I know it's an old clip, because they're talking about 2001, that stuff being said, but it's just always, I don't know, the way I feel, the United States Army just does the bidding of Israel, you know? I don't know, that's how I always think about it.
Heavy hitters, man. Drive Nation. Come out to play. Come out to play. Getting to the root. Let go. They were white and they were slaves. Served away. Oh, man. Get those commandments. Get the drop. Always, always remember your order, baby. Let go. Fair use in your caboose bone, man. Getting ready for that dismount. Yeah, man. They were white. And they were slaves.
Praise, hey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What up, though, my peoples?
Let's go.
My fellow kinsmen and kinswomen of
And by the way, whenever
Ame'rican descent.
I start yelling,
shout out to my Negro.
My back, King. Whenever I start yelling sticky fingers, you know what I'm saying? This is the brother, man, that has been supplying the library, man. At least half of these, more than half of the PDFs are coming probably from this brother right here, man. And so much more in my inbox to add to the library. So, love to get into the root. Love to my man Uno. Let's go.
Bro, shout out to my black people. Shout out to my African Americans. You know what I mean? And, you know, my Afro Americans and my American Indians, you know, and, you know, to my white folks, you know what I mean? To my Arabs, to my, you know, Polynesians, my Hawaiians, whatever you want to call yourself in these times, my Latin American, my Hispanic Americans or Hispanic people.
Everybody get it. Everybody get love, baby.
We're going to dig up to some of this history of white folks, you know what I mean? For all my white, you know, counterparts, we're going to get into some of y'all history today, right? It says they were white and they were slaves, the untold history of the enslavement of whites in early America. You know, so without further ado, let's get into this read, right? So, skip down, it says introduction, you know what I mean? Let me see what it says. This is a history of white people that has never been told in any coherent form, largely because most modern historians have, for reasons of politics. Let me big this up a little bit. I wonder if y'all can see this shit. Okay. All right. So where I'm at. Okay. So it says politics or philosophy. Psychology refused to recognize white slaves in early America as just that. Right. So. And it says, today not a tear is shed for the suffering of millions of our own enslaved forefathers. 200 years of white slavery in America have been almost completely obliterated from the collective memory of the American people. Right? There's some shit I didn't know about that.
200 years.
Skip on. Alright. I think it's some more up here. Let me go up. Okay. Go up small, y'all. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna go down. Alright, so it says, sorry about that, y'all, again. So it says white slavery in ancient and medieval Europe. Let me see. It says Julius Caesar enslaved as many as 1 million whites from Gaul, some of whom were sold to slave dealers who followed his victorious legions. Alright?
You know, they be calling him the Black Caesar, but let go.
And here, I think it's a book. It says, from William D. Phillips, Jr., Slavery from Rome Times to the Early Transatlantic Trade. What? Yep. And it says in A.D. 319, the Christian Emperor of Rome, Constantine, ruled that if any owner whipped his white slave to death, he should not stand in any criminal acquisition of the slave dies. It says if the slave dies. I'm sorry. Shit's kind of. I wonder if y'all can see it like me. All right, so let me skip down. Let's get to something else. It says, am I going too far down? Skip down. All right, so it says Arabs and the traffic of white slaves. It says the trade of white slaves was one of the few sources of foreign exchange for Western European powers in a period when the East produced the goods that Europeans could not procure elsewhere. The sales of white slaves to Asia and Africa was one of the few sources of gold for European treasurers. So it says the sales of white slaves to Asia and Africa. Again, the sales of white slaves to Asia and Africa. And it says one of the few sources of gold for European treasures. Alright, so let's skip on. Get all this little drop out of this little shit right here. And I'm going to leave a link in the box, man. I will read a little bit more on this.
Get him.
As far as, Arabs and all that, but I'm going to get to it a little bit later. I just want to kind of skip on. It says something about Mongols, the White Russian.
Oh, yeah. The white, man. He's going to get that, but I just saw right here. In the 9th century, the Vikings sold tens of thousands of whites to Arabs. So you can look at these Arabs as modern day Arabs. Nah, you look at these Arabs as the real dark, you know what I'm saying, black Arabs, you know what I'm saying, Morocco, you know what I mean. So you got these Vikings or VI or Six Kings or Hyksos sold tens of thousands of whites to these black. I mean, anyway, man, you already see how it's been going down. We had our own civil war between our melanated families. And this just happened, that we are now at this particular position of the totem pole. And man, they call it the Dark Ages for a reason.
Muscovites were enslaved both by Northern European raiders as well as massive slave-catching operations launched by the Mongols and the Ottoman Empire. Man, oh man. So why everybody hate the Negro so much, man? It's crazy. When the white man hates you, you hate us so bad, man. But we ain't the ones that did it to you. All right? So in the 9th century, the Vikings sold tens of thousands of whites to Arabs of Spain. 9th century, the Vikings sold tens of thousands of whites to the Arabs of Spain, according to Michael Wood's book, In the Search of the Dark Ages. So y'all go check that book out. I'll try to look and see if I can find it. So it's Michael Wood's book, In the Search of the Dark Ages. So if I get that book, I'm going to put it in the description box. Alright? For y'all to check out. So y'all look at my description and see if y'all can find some of this stuff. So basically, all this is just giving you concepts of what was really going on with the white slaves. So now we get into, this is the part I want to get to and dig into more about the white slavery in early America. So it says David Braun Davis writings in a New York Review of Books. It says October 11, 1990, page 37 states.
Go.
As late as the 14th and 15th century. Y'all hear what I'm saying? 14th and 15th century.
Yeah, bro.
Continuing shipments of white slaves, some of them Christians. Alright, so I'm going to get back. It says as late as the 14th and 15th century, continuing shipments of white slaves, some of them Christians. So what I want to tell y'all is, you, my people, was not the slaves. You were given that name at some point of time in history. You wasn't even enslaved. Okay? They was just killing your ass. They already had who they wanted to work for them already.
It was war. It was war.
So.
And you know what I'm saying? Now, we're all being relative here. I mean, it was war. Some were signing treaties, another was war, and yeah, they might capture you and sell you and do the same thing, you know what I mean? But you were not the initial Slavic. Man. But now when you think about your history, the only thing you can think about is slavery. Our people went through their captivities, whether we're talking Egypt, whether we're talking Babylon, whether we're talking Persia, Medes. But man, what they call this slavery today, and this chattel slavery that's on your mind, this situation here is all new. And we got to break it apart piece by piece, see if it fits. But this is an interesting piece. No matter how you look at it, it shines a very fresh light on what they're calling his story.
It says, flowed from the booming slave markets on the northern Black Sea coast into Italy, Spain, Egypt, and the Mediterranean islands, From Barbados to Virginia, colonists showed few scruples about reducing their less fortunate countrymen to a statute a little different from that of the chattel slaves. All right? Now, you know, chattel slavery is the capturing of prisoners. You know what I mean? So it says prevalence and suffering of white slaves, serfs, and indentured servants in the early modern period suggests that there was nothing inventable about limiting plantation slavery to the people of African origin. See, all this shit is just some bullshit. So they trying to set confusion, right? Now the Africans, remember the Africans had slaves too. Think about this now. Africans had slaves too. Guess what? They were white people. So if this is a business of selling slaves, and the slaves from everywhere is white people, guess who the Africans sold? Yes, you're right. White slaves. So they from Africa. White slaves.
Bang!
You gotta understand something.
Ping, pow, bing, pow. Ping, pow. You're a funny guy. Whoa.
You know what I mean? This shit is just so right in your face, but you just don't get it.
Bing, pow, bing. Hey, man, y'all go check out Get to the Root. Man, we're going to get ready for this dismount, man. We've been surfing the waves, man. We've been doing our thing, man. Francisco, it won't stop dropping the drop. We got some of this geo-engineering, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go get some more out, you know what I mean? Because it's happening every day. You're seeing it poisoning all up on your head. Man, we're going to get into some of this music of the plants, man. But we're going to do it right here. Singing Plants at Damanhyo. Love to the fan band that dropped this on me. Thank you for the drop. Because our plants speak Japanese. And yes, they do melodies. The plants speak Japanese and they do melodies. The mountains were trees. Dismount season. Stay up, suit up.
So this plant is already connected to the devices, and it would be possible for her to make music. Before she was singing. Now she stopped anyway, I don't know.
Maybe she's a little shy now that she's seeing all these people.
Try to go to ask her if she would like to
Talk
sing
sweetly.
again for
Talk
us.
sweetly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for her request.
There is an electrode here in connection with the leaves. I changed the position of the electrode. And another electrode is in contact with the roots. So the sound here that can be produced by the plant is by creating a difference of potential, of electric potential. And now she's going into the, yeah? She's creating the signal that is making the music now. It is the plant changing the notes, the melody, the rhythm.
Unbelievable. This is all the plant that's making this rhythm, this melody. Every note you hear is the plant communicating with music. Pure water. You don't think vibration is real? It's real. Activate.
electro, the plant will not sing anymore.
Wow. Imagine your mountains
This
and your
was an
trees, people.
experimentation in Damanhur since 30 years to see if plants are intelligent beings. And we were trying to find out if it is possible to dialogue with them, and the result was not only a signal, yes or no, or I am alive or not, but a very complex of expression of music that is a universal language. So plants can express themselves, giving us a feedback to our emotions. That is how they dialogue with us. They can, on a kind of telepathic connection, read and understand our emotions. And it is possible to talk to plants also without the music. You can use your own senses. Go to the tree and talk to the tree as well. Anyway, here during researches, it was possible to take this signal from the plant, to decode it by this device that has been produced by our own, and then by a MIDI signal it is sent into a synthesizer. Here the plant is given a musical instrument where it can interact by changing the melody, by choosing the notes and the rhythm, the musical rhythm.
Is the plant reacting on her own music that she's producing?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Plants like music, and they like their own music. So, as more as they play and they listen to music, as happier they are.
Joyful
as more they play, they can learn to make music. We teach them for 2 or 3 weeks, making them listen to classical music and doing meditations together with them. And then they learn to, at a certain point, become aware of they can produce their own music. And that is a moment where they start very happily to create. And that musician plants, generally, we take them with us when we go to give concerts around where we want to make music with a tree on a territory. We put our musician plant near to the tree, and there is a connection between plants, between tree and plant, and there will be the transmission immediately from the knowledge by the plant, by the musician plant to the tree. And the tree is immediately able to make its own music. So this is how we organized concerts in the woods, with 3 or 4 plants playing together, making music, and human.
Do y'all want to make music with your trees? I mean, cry out to your mountains, because your mountains are trees. And oh, is it music? Oh, is it vibration? We've been patiently waiting.
Musicians, singers, and dancers also, creating a very inspiring and particular atmosphere with this. So plants are intelligent beings, and they have just a different way of being. They have a different logic. By your nose and breathe out by your mouth. Being aware of breathing being the first dialogue with plant world. There is a symbiosis, and we breathe in the oxygen the plants will produce, and what we breathe out is something that plants need for life, for living. So this is an exchange, making us creating a dialogue with the plants. Breathe in and out, just being aware of this contact. Imagine there is a tube connecting you to the plant here. You can send your thoughts into this tube and you can receive messages from the plant. Imagine the tube to connect you to the plant and go then deep inside yourself. Relax your shoulders, your neck. Go into your inner being, into your heart, into a space of little consciousness inside yourself. And there you can listen to the melody. The plant is singing. You can let it be that the music will amplify inside your body, in your cells. You can let it be like on a boat, floating on the river of notes and melody the plant is singing. And let it be that things go the wrong way. Just listen to the music for a while.